Folks, hello and welcome to Gamers Health. I am Eric Tenkar, one half of your host on Gamers Health, and with me is my wife, Rachel.
The other half.
The other half, the better half, the the nicer looking half, the prettier half. But yeah, folks. Well, I always want to do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry,
Welcome in
we've been
to
watching.
our happy house.
Yeah, we've been watching too many videos.
Too many sales videos
Those,
of, I guess, Florida real estate.
yeah, but,
No,
uh,
nothing's happening. We're not thinking of going anywhere.
no. But it's nice to go. Oh, so that's available, and you'll see why we're not thinking of going anywhere when we show you pictures later on today
Yeah.
of our garden. Which, by the way, as a side note, somebody had masturbation fantasies about stealing all that stuff. Uh, doesn't quite work that way.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, your mouth gets us in trouble. Let's just keep one of us in
I don't want to
trouble.
drop any, C
No.
words or.
Yeah. No, nothing that rhymes with a baseball term. Even that
No,
could
no,
get
no, no, no,
that.
no.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Don't go there. Don't go there. So, we've had a very wet week this week.
Yeah, it's been raining nonstop. It feels like since Tuesday.
I lost
Yeah,
track. The weekend was what
yeah. I
else went
think we
on?
were able to plant on Monday, and then Tuesday it was kaput.
Yeah. So, and even when we did plant, because it was very wet out there, you did essentially minimal planting. Hector, of course, welcome. So what's happening though was that we had bought a lot of plants, and they were out in the back on the picnic table, and they were getting a lot of rain. And things that were planted, which we did get planted earlier in the week, you'll see with our tower, our garden tower.
Yeah, the tower we did on Monday,
Uh,
and like the week last week, uh, not this week just gone, but the one before, we
mhm.
were buying a lot of the stuff to be able to put in
Yes,
our garden.
soil,
Hmm.
plants, and Doliba. Hector, no, we didn't lose any power. Just a lot of
Just loads of rain, just yuck. You didn't really want to go out in it.
yeah, and it'd be funny too because you'd be like, "Oh, all right, hey, let's go work out in the garden," and then you'd hear that low roll of thunder in the background. I go,
You're like,
"All right,
oh, shit.
guess we're not gonna go out and
Yeah.
work in the garden."
No, we're stuck inside.
So, now, uh, again, we got visuals for later, but we bought worms for the garden tower, which has a composting column in the middle. So, and Hector says a 7 second delay. Well, that's a YouTube issue.
Oh.
Damn YouTube. But it was I got to add the worms without touching a worm, without seeing a worm,
I was
without
terrified. I was like, I'm gonna stay in the house.
without seeing a worm. You can still add worms. So that's what we did because they're
And
gonna.
then, of course, I came with all sorts of questions. How long are they?
I don't know.
What
Didn't see him.
color?
I don't know. I didn't see him. I just had this bag, which looks like a giant dice bag, and maybe I'll bring it to North Texas.
Uh,
I'll clean it first. Wow. Hector says 22-second delay. Wow.
what
No,
is that coming from our setup or?
no, it's not from our setup. Our setup we're streaming live, unless they think I'm going to drop c words, in which case they have
We
this on
said
it.
we were gonna be good.
Yeah, Rachel says going to be good. YouTube, we don't need the dump button. We don't need the dump button. Just dumping it out there. Oh, and by the way, I am wearing a very special shirt. I actually haven't worn this since last year. So
No,
this is my kitty on this shirt.
this is Sadie.
That's Sadie,
Yeah, you
right,
can see her.
right above my heart. Right above my
Yeah.
heart. Uh, So
Yeah, that was for your birthday.
yes. So yesterday I was wearing my undercover Hawaiian shirt.
Oh yeah, that was from my old job.
Yes, kind of blended in. This is my slightly louder, and I have one that's much more loud. But
Oh
this,
yeah, there's one that's like the primary colors and it's
yeah,
got dice on it. Is that
eh,
what that is?
oh,
Dice?
that's right. I have the Gygax one. Yeah, the
Is
guy
that what that
kind of the
is? I
gaming
thought I
one.
saw another person with it too.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it's just it's delayed. It's a delayed response. His comments are being delayed by 22 seconds. So
wow.
if you want to abuse Hector, it's going to take about 22 seconds for him to respond.
Please don't do that.
Just I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not encouraging anything. I'm just joking. So so for a week that you know we were hoping to get a lot of gardening done. I'll show you my fingernails. Um, we got the garden done today. Oh yeah, these are nice and dirty too.
Yeah. I took a bath.
Oh, Rachel's clean. I'm a dirty fuck. Uh,
Yeah, I thought it was time. I did my workout
Don, welcome.
and then planted
So, yeah,
and said it was time.
Rach had her workout. It was an abbreviated workout. It was only 2 hours today. When her and her friend do these workouts, it used to be via Zoom. Now it's via WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah, they use WhatsApp. Um, I used to joke because it was like she'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna do something afterwards." It's like, listen, you've got a 1 o'clock workout, and you're not gonna be done till like 4:30. You're not gonna be, no, 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 you don't. And then it'd be like, 4:20 rolls along. Oh yeah,
Oops.
oops, yeah. I guess we're not doing. I was like, I know this stuff. I'm your husband for a reason. I learned from experience.
Oh, you can always try.
Don, welcome. Sorry, Tom, welcome.
Hello, guys.
Chad, good to see you. So, we did not get in all. The worms I got in because I knew I had to get them in. You can't just
That was got. Yeah, we didn't know what is the shelf life of worms.
worms. And it's based and by the way, just for your
Yeah, I
gardeners
was
out
scared.
there,
It was 100 of them
yeah,
because I was like, "Holy shit! These days, I think it's 100 earthworms coming here." Yeah, the earthworms that you had in science. With
they're like the earthworms. I mean, you get like bait, like the gay big. They're not the big, but in any case,
and then I kept asking him when he was playing today. I was like, "Did you see any? Did you see any?"
Like, no, I didn't see any worms. So, you actually get them through Amazon. They don't ship from Amazon. They ship via, the company. But Amazon, you can go on Amazon and order worms, and they basically show up like 2 days later.
Yeah, I was also afraid, like, what if they don't like it in there? They're gonna come out and they're just gonna be worming all around on the 100 of them worming around on the patio and
worms. God, the nightmare of the worms. I gotta do an adventure based upon worms just for Rach. Oh wait, you're gonna X card me, aren't you? No, Williams. But yeah, no. So they're gonna break down the compost, and now I did a little. When we got this garden tower, it said don't use citrus peels in the compost column in the middle. But then I've done a little bit more research, and they say, oh, well, compost is fine. Composting citrus is fine. Just don't overdo the citrus, whatever that means. I guess break it up. I don't know. But
yeah, so I've been breaking it up.
Yeah, so now
the quarters.
So now we have a compost bin for stuff that's going to go into the tower, and a compost bin that's going to go into the general compost. And then I guess if we ever cook anything with bones, we'll have a New York City compost bin. New York City, by the way, you have to compost food scraps. Yes, even meat. So beautiful. God help us. But and also with the picnic table, we have to change the what do you call it? The tablecloth, the plastic covering. and you can't do that until the current
Yeah.
table dries off.
So the benches had coverings on. So
Right, but we should
maybe I'll just put them over it.
no.
You don't think so, or
You should
change
take them,
the measurement?
Well, you should take them off. This is my opinion. You should take them off
and just start from
and because it's you don't know they're torn, so you might have moisture that got in.
Oh, you're right.
And that's being captured in there.
Right, that might smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna so tomorrow.
And should we take it off of the two shorter bench?
We don't have replacements for those, so let's just
leave it there.
Leave
okay.
Now. So yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah,
we've been busy. You can almost tell. All right, so that's Rachel's chair you see behind me, but behind me there's a new recliner.
Maybe take the camera off.
All right, yeah, okay, hold on a second. All right, so behind me. Oh God, I can't get beyond.
Maybe come this way.
Well, in any case, you see that gray? That's a new recliner. And the other one was a high grade pleather, which means it isn't high grade, and it started to flake after 2 years. Do we have it?
Yeah,
2 or 3 years.
And Sadie didn't help it any.
Oh no,
I think Sadie kind of precipitated a lot of.
She's like,
flaking.
This is awesome. So Elk, welcome.
Just like you can't leave yoga mats out with her.
Oh yeah.
I have a very expensive yoga mat that I use only when we go to like hotels that we drive to, because I don't want her to come in and scratch it up, because she's put holes in my others, and yeah, there's one I had to get rid of, and then this one isn't bad enough yet to get rid of, but
so
after another scratch session, it probably will. So
she assumed that the new chair that we were assembling was for her.
Oh my God, that was so cute.
We just because first off, it was very heavy, so we had to unpack it from the shipping box and bring it up piece by piece, essentially. And then she was like, "Oh, the base." She's like, "Oh, this is for me. I'm gonna scratch. Don't scratch it yet. It's not even made yet."
Yeah, downstairs she was trying to scratch it.
It's not even put together
yet. I started banging on the bar. No, boom, boom.
Not quite done yet. So then, when we were putting the arms together, she was sitting on the base going, "Oh, it's supervising.
Yeah,
this is awesome." And then when we got together, the first thing she did was go, "Oh," she didn't scratch it. Just laid on it. Went, "This is mine."
Yeah, she's like just looking at us like, "Thank you. I've needed one of these for so long."
I didn't know how much I needed it until now.
Yeah.
I do appreciate all the work you put into it.
I don't think she's knock wood. She hasn't scratched at it.
Not since it's been put together.
Yeah.
She was only scratching at it when it was being assembled.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she was marking her territory. The Elk says his first batch of Wizards of the Hive Blueberry Mead was bottled Friday. Damn, dude, you're getting me.
You're salivating?
I'm salivating. Okay. I'm getting very...
It sounds awesome.
It does. It really, really does.
Anything blueberry.
So now, to pivot a little bit to our indoor garden, or gardine, like I like to say, and Rach makes fun of me. You say zines, I say zines. Whatever. Tonight I made salad from mixed lettuce, some roasted chicken, pre-cooked roasted chicken that's frozen. You heat it up, and some peppers off the garden. One shisto, something like that. I think it's a Japanese type. I think
shiso.
Whatever.
Shiso pepper.
And the other one I think was the banana pepper, but it turned a nice. Both of them turned a nice bright orange. Mm-hmm. They were very.
Yeah, no, we have candy cane peppers too. There.
Yes, so they were very. It was very sweet.
So they go all colors, you know.
And we picked some. I picked some tomatoes off the garden. So now today, we were getting our summer garden ready. So our inner garden, I don't know. I may change some things out for the months that we have stuff going on the inside. I don't
Okay.
know, but so I made the salad with shredded cheddar cheese, a little fresh Parmesan that was shredded, and of course the homemade dressing that I make.
Yes.
So, and by the way, if anybody asks me, I don't. It's probably about uh, one part uh, red wine
Oh,
vinegar.
you don't measure the
I measured out
on the yeah.
in
It's like a
the
pampered
salad.
chef
Yeah, but that's the only part they
salad thing.
measure out is the vinegar and the oil.
Mm.
Because
Oh, but your spices you just
my spices, I just go. What do I want? I know it's gonna be a lot of
Italian
onion,
seasoning,
garlic,
garlic.
Italian seasoning. Sometimes I'll dig a little bit deeper, depending on what we're having with it. It's like, oh, do I want something a little bit more bite? But I like having our own dressing.
Yeah, I love making it.
Uh, Don, Tom, we're experimenting in sourdough, making
Oh
sourdough
wow.
discard crackers, and discovered that if I put a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese in it, they taste just like Cheez-Its. Oh wow!
Mm.
Um, so by the way,
Sourdough is supposed to be really good for you. Like,
yeah, if you're a diabetic, and you're going
I
to eat
guess you keep a whole
bread,
wheat sourdough though.
yeah, but if you're going to eat bread, sourdough, unless you're going to get like the low carb breads, sourdough bread has is the least glycemic impacting.
Yeah.
So I always go for sourdough toast at the diner up in the Poconos because they have it
Yep.
and it's delicious. Okay, I will say
It
that.
is white though. It's not wheat.
Right, but
It's
still,
bleached, but like the harm is less though.
yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. The elk. It was fun, but a bit of a learning opportunity. After I spent an hour and a half sterilizing, having home brewed beer, I know the
Mm.
importance of sterilizing. I thought I didn't have to decant the need to add the potassium fixer.
Mm.
Tina, by the way, welcome. Didn't mean
Tina.
to miss you there. You two put a chair together. I just picked up an old heavy duty table to clean up and put to use. Yeah, like the table that's literally right between us is what did my mother say from her
Our grandma
her grandma. So that'd be my great grandmother's table. It's very nice because both sides you
are
can
able to fold down.
right. So it's pretty cool. And Tom, you are tempting me, by the way, to experiment with making some sourdough bread. We shall see. We shall see.
We gotta get started on those biscuits
Oh yeah,
first to do like
we have a oh yeah for
for
breakfast.
breakfast because we bought a special pan
It works
to make
beautifully for
yes
eggs.
yes
It makes your eggs the size of an egg McMuffin egg. It is
right.
perfect.
I mean, you could buy the like the 100 calorie um Inglies with
Uh
the blue one in the blue package, the
oh
ones
from
that have the
Thomas's.
yeah Thomas's English muffin,
Mm-hmm.
and I call it Ingly, and yeah, so like it's like the multi-grain,
Right.
and that could be really good.
Well, you have to go back to a regular supermarket to find that.
Yeah, I know.
They have to break
We have
down.
to look into some turkey bacon
Yeah.
too, because Lytle is switching stuff up and
Last
not having a bunch of
last
stuff that we
last
love.
we went to two different Lidls in the last 2 weeks, week and a half, and
Lytle, Lidl,
neither
however you
one had
say.
turkey. Neither one had turkey bacon. So
Mm-mm.
Don says, "Don't let Tina fool you. I will be the one doing the sanding, cleaning, and repainting."
Uh,
TXG, welcome. Always good to see you. Uh, Tina, I just planted catmint for my fur babies.
No.
Yep, and if you plant it outdoors, you will
Oh
never.
yeah, yeah.
We got plenty indoors, and I have it on the upper level.
Yeah, the Kentucky Colonel now in our front
Real mint,
yard is
yes.
starting
Oh, from
to,
last year.
yeah, from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's starting to spread now in its third year with us.
Yes. TXG, I thought you guys were doing low carb. I do what I would call carb control. It's not keto.
Yeah, so at the weight loss clinic that I go to through, you know, my cancer center kind of referred me there. And so they gave like a special diet. Um, they told you what to eat, like you limit your fats and your carbs, and try to stay with the vegetables, the fruits, um, you know, and just really limit the fats. So I think you're allowed 3 fats in a day. Yeah, you are allowed 3 fats in a day. I know that. And then they tell you to take protein with every meal and snack. And then they, the carbs you're supposed to eat earlier in the day, but with a lot of restraint. So I've been doing that, or
And
trying to get closer to
to
it.
it.
Yeah.
And Rach has you've lost what now?
15
15 pounds
since January.
So I
So
mean,
it's slow, but like having you know a plan or something that I can adhere to
right.
is helpful.
And I'm going to throw this into the mix for you, Rach, just to
Mm.
put things in perspective for you. We've gone to 3 gaming conventions in these 4.5 months.
Yeah.
And we've gone to 3 gaming conventions. You don't, we, as a rule, just going to throw this out there for you folks going to gaming conventions. As a rule, eating healthy, unless you're like, I don't know, uh,
To some
Greg
degree,
Gillespie, who can
yeah.
still eat keto at these
To
things.
some degree, like I would try and be careful, but then I'd allow myself other things.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like I would be careful. Like I would have I would try and have salads with dinner, or you know, um,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
But it's hard to keep it up.
But so I'm saying, like, Rachel's lost 15 pounds with us basically going away on vacation 3 times, and
Yeah.
that's pretty darn good. But we still do, like, I love, like, one of my favorite, like, I find we snack at night, but I make it a mixture of stuff, so you don't have a full serving of anything. You got a little bit of a lot, because variety makes everything taste better and last longer.
And I've just been easing off with the cheese, and like limiting the nuts and stuff because of the fats.
But not your Incan peanuts.
No, those I need for because I stopped taking the fish oil, so that I could eat those and take it naturally. So yeah,
they
I
got
eat
really
those
good.
Guys.
The Incan peanuts, which technically are seeds, they're not nuts, but they are. We've been enjoying the Cajun flavored stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, TXG, I do mostly a low carb diet, but I've hit a plateau. It seems you would have to do a reset every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I, God, going back to
you used to do 2 weeks on and then 2 days off, and then.
Well, yeah, I worked with a sergeant that he insisted that he wanted. This was during the days of Atkins. He insisted that he wanted an Atkins partner, and he chose me as his driver. And Jack Egan chose me as his driver, and we had to eat keto, which meant that you got eggs for breakfast.
Right. It was no more than 10 carbs a day.
eggs for breakfast.
It was
No,
induction.
no,
Yeah.
with cheese, but no bread, and you got used to it. And you got meat, and then you got lunch was generally Chinese food, usually
Yeah, I
chicken,
used to do that too.
chicken with broccoli,
Hold
steamed.
the rice.
Hold the rice. Give me some hot sauce packets. So that was the meals, and then every 2 weeks or so, he'd be like, "All right, today's the day. We're getting potatoes, and we're gonna get an egg sandwich with potatoes on the side, and we're gonna get our Chinese food."
Mhm.
And he wouldn't do McDonald's, but Chinese food, but with the rice to, as he would say, rejigger or reset your
Mhm.
body's internal metabolism. I don't know how accurate it was. I do know for me, the diet that worked the best for me, and it was back in the day where you got this huge thing mailed to your house, and you had to put your body type together.
Oh.
It was bizarre, but really, I think what worked for me was smaller meals multiple times per day. I found that probably kept my metabolism higher
Mhm.
and kept it going. So I would do a lot of
Yeah, the
chili.
nutritionists would always tell me, like, oh, you need to eat like 3 proper meals and two snack. And I was like, oh, no, I don't eat that often.
Yeah. Good job, Rachel. Try to, if not eliminate, reduce your weight bounce backs. I still
Yeah.
bounce back a little bit, reduced it. So I've
Yes.
been dropping weight in 10-pound plateaus.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, because there is a theory there that, your body has to get used to um, and find homeostasis at certain weights before you can start to lose again.
it makes sense. Don, excellent job, Rich.
Thank you.
So I think we may have reached that moment in time when we can. THC. I tried to introduce carbs slowly, but I found I have digestive problems when I do. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially if you've been essentially cutting them out, your body isn't used to digesting carbs, especially stuff that might be like
I would
higher in
say
fiber.
though, if you were gonna do that, like if you were gonna introduce them slowly, make sure that they're whole grain, or like whole foods.
Right.
Um, and not like bleached things, not
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
kind of processed food, because you're just gonna get sick that way.
So I'm going to show now. This picture is much small. It's on screen is much smaller than it appears in real life.
Oh,
So
how do you? Okay,
okay, it's a little bit bigger.
so those are our earth boxes,
Those are our earth boxes here.
and
So historically, that used to be all my family would plant in for over a decade,
mm,
and there are some small planters to the side. But the earth boxes are great because they are self-watering. TXG, by the way, says I'll try that. Thanks, Rach. So our earth boxes, the first five, starting from the left, all have 2 to 3 tomato plants. Now, when we bought the tomato plants, they were single plant buys, but I aimed for ones that had 2 plants. Some of them had 3. Uh, Now, it doesn't mean that when you do this, you got to be a little careful when you do separate stuff. So we may find that we lose a plant or two over the next couple of days. We're still early in the season; we can still go out and buy
yeah, yeah.
replacements. But it's, and then the one on the far side, the sixth one the one on the right has 4 peppers. I forget which 2 types they are.
The back, yeah, the back two are purple pepper,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and yeah, because who doesn't want a pack of purple peppers? And then the front two are e-
I believe
oh
the
Cuban, cute. Cubano.
I think. Okay, so now this is our strawberry bed. Oh, hi,
Well, good
Sadie.
morning.
Hi, Sadie. Okay, hold on. Let me. I know you, but you're not going to be seen by anybody because our
We have
camera.
photos up there.
We got photos up there, so you can't be
Yeah.
seen. So this is our strawberry patch. Now we had planted not this year, last year,
Mm-hmm.
the year before. We had strawberries in there that came back one year,
Mm-hmm.
and then they didn't come back this year. We just had a very cold.
Yeah,
plant.
my lavender died off after 6 years.
So we got 8 strawberry plants, one in each of those little soiled out cubbies, and it's exciting. I love our strawberries. Chad congratulates. It takes time to adapt to dietary changes.
Yes, it does. It takes like
Hey, I got to use the mouse to move stuff around.
You need to go back over here.
You're gonna go. All right,
Here,
come on.
go.
Oh, you just.
You're
Yeah.
experiencing technical difficulties.
We're expecting. Yeah, I might have a cat on my shirt, but I don't have one on my desk. So this is the tower garden that we're referring to. So I had entered a contest, a sweepstakes, whatever. I didn't win a free one, but I got 50% off. Essentially.
Yeah, very serious discount.
Very serious discount, and
Go ahead.
there we go. She's realized hers. So
Go ahead in the window. You'll be very happy.
It has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, including the top. So five layers plus the top. Each layer has 9 cubbies, I guess you want to call it.
9 plant holes.
Plant holes. So we have mint, and we've got lettuce.
Couple of mints.
Bottom has different cucumbers. We got parsley. We got flowers on it. On the top, we got what is that?
It's citronella. I'd never seen citronella before. So when I found it in Home Depot, I was like, holy shit. And it says planted to keep the mosquitoes away. And
by the way, it
I
rotates.
said, hell up.
So I rotated it for the second shot.
Yeah.
So you can see now.
And it's on wheels, so we can move it around the
garden
patio if we need to.
So there's one full strawberry plant, because when I bought the strawberries, they were in packs of 9. But what looks to be empty are actually, we planted more strawberries there, but they were the ones that come like in a hibernation state. So they'll take a couple of days before they start sprouting.
Oh, really? Just a few days?
Yes.
Oh.
Now, this is one of our side beds, raised beds.
Mm-hmm.
And I planted to the left, by the way, it's a lot of ivy between the, to the left, I believe, is the zucchini, and to the right is watermelon.
Nice.
Erudite DM, so we're all going to be healthy at North Texas, right? I'm going to be eating out of the fucking food truck, sir. I don't know about you, but their food truck, the breakfast food truck, is coming back.
Yeah, the breakfast is going to be a hard one to not. Yeah, that was the best one going.
I mean, it is slamming.
Yeah.
And they're going to have more trucks this year, by the way. And the barbecue truck is coming back, which was a big hit last year.
I don't really get into that.
I'm just telling other people.
I mean, I'll go to Heart 8 and everything because, like, it's an experience, you know.
Right.
But like, barbecue is it's okay for me. It's I enjoy chicken.
Okay.
But yeah, don't.
I think
the pork.
They're having the taco truck back.
Oh well, that's always nice.
He's like, oh, the taco truck. Right. If you're talking a taco truck, so hold on, we got a few more. Pictures to show. So hold on.
There was one year there was a lobster truck there, and that was really good. It was like $16 for a lobster for a Connecticut roll.
Don, I cannot wait for North Texas. Me and Tina both are really looking forward to this.
Good stuff.
I never thought I would see Tina more excited than me over a game con.
Good.
North Texas, and you, Tina, you're going to be very impressed. There's a lot of women there, a lot of,
Yes.
and the spouses, not only get involved, but they find each other.
Yeah.
It's its own community within the community. So what we have up on screen is the one yellow rose that's actually blooming right now in the backyard, and it's right in front of the fig tree. Which, by the way, since my father's away for a few days, I will be pruning the fig tree because I can't do it when he's around. He gets all bent.
Red roses.
These are red roses. This is huge. You could almost say it's out of control. This actually, the raised,
You cut some down though.
I did. The raised, we have our main raised bed is right behind us, so toward the right.
And so
And
it's just
I got my back pricked a number of times today.
oh, and there's two bushes there. It's
Yeah.
like this one and then a hot pink
Yes, this is the one that's rocking.
blooming. Yeah.
But now,
The clematis.
this is
So pretty.
we have an archway that is, so you can see the garden tower. You can see
the strawberry
strawberries.
field.
and in front of this would be our little patch of lawn, and the clematis just looks beautiful at this time of year.
And off this way to the
Right?
to the right, there's also another rose bush that makes the most fragrant roses. Like it's pink and then yellow towards the center, and it just makes the most fragrant, beautiful roses. They're huge. But there's
Okay.
just buds on it right now.
So now
Maybe
this,
you could see it from this.
No, this is the raised bed we have in the back. I love this raised bed. It is awesome. So the far end has lettuce, the middle has tomatoes, and the close end has peppers. To the left, we have the most out of control blackberry bushes you're going to find in New York City.
And we did it.
And we did it.
That was our job.
Yes, and they are growing like weeds. Hopefully, we get a good crop this
And they're
year.
starting to produce berries.
Yes, it'll
Yeah.
take another couple of weeks to
That's exciting.
ripen.
Yeah.
And now this is the right side of the garden toward the back. You can see the fig leaves. It's on the other side of the fig tree. And again, I've got zucchini to one end, and I've got watermelon to the other. And I'm hoping to get the watermelon to grow along the floor. We shall see. Yeah, blackberries are crazy good, and they never end. Well, so now here's the thing: we had planted some raspberries in the back, but they never really took, and my father did his best to inadvertently make sure they didn't take.
Oh, and the blueberries too.
The blueberries, which my father planted and then proceeded to kill.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, sorry, let me replace it." And he did so good, and then
He went on and did the same crap.
Yeah.
But in the front yard, we have raspberries along the sides, and they are looking really good. So now
we have left to do is my dahlias, which came from a special friend. And so I have the bags ready for them. We just have to put the dahlias in and clear out space in the front garden because we have not weeded that at all. So we have a lot of work to do out there, and then we'll be able to get them in and really.
So we're gonna be doing a lot of gardening over the next couple of days. We've got some good weather. I gotta turn the outdoor water system back on so I can especially water the plants in the back.
We'll have to cut the seagrass, the dead seagrass out.
Get seagrass out and pull out the weeds, and for the raspberries, prune off all the dead growth. So we've got our work.
But in New York City, we've got a lot growing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So yes, we love looking at tiny house videos and videos for Florida
Yeah.
mobile homes because you're like, wow, I could get for $600 rent and $10,000. I'll put a little elbow grease into that. But the reality is, we love where we are,
Yeah.
and actually, I do enjoy having four seasons. So I don't know if I can move
Yeah.
to a state that only has two. I don't know, three. Well, it's hot and humid or not as hot and humid. I think those are the two
Yeah.
seasons. Uh, yeah, blackberries. Keep in mind, do not care about weeding. Once they start growing, they will grow and make berries. They are nature's equivalent to hamsters and mice mating. You left out gerbils.
Oh
Gerbils.
yeah.
Oh my
Huh.
god. By the way, although gerbils eat their own young,
Oh my god, that sucks so bad.
yeah, I mean, I will say the blackberries. Now the raspberries grow at a nice slow pace. The blackberries are a blackberry, what they call it, blackberry briar, right? Like you can make a
Yeah.
wall out of blackberry bushes. You can't do that at a raspberry bushes. They don't grow that fast. They
Mm-mm.
kind of blackberries. I was trying to get some to root, so I give them to my sister. They just refused
Oh,
to
none
root.
of them root.
None of the rooted that I
Oh,
was trying to get to root, and they've done
okay.
it in the past, but they're nothing this year. So next year.
Yeah, they just you can't tell them what to do.
So oh, he left out gerbils out of respect to Richard Gere. Um,
What does that mean?
he had a homosexual scene when one of his early movies with gerbils.
Oh, is that where people thought that they could do that and wind up in the emergency room?
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
light bulbs. I guess if you use the dire gerbils, yeah. So all right. So when I was a kid, un pequeño, um, my cousins had gerbils, so they gave me gerbils. We know nothing about them. Oh, you leave in a fish tank. They'll be fine. You feed them gerbil nibbles or whatever. Well, first off, we had a very smart cat at the time. So she saw the gerbils as, oh, so
they got me some treats.
they got me some treats. So we had
Uh,
a cover on the gerbils, like literally a screen. She would take the cover, move it to the side, take out a gerbil, put it back, because she wouldn't want them getting out on their own, and then she would like play with the gerbil.
oh no,
So,
we had them.
yeah,
Yeah, we had them in the psychiatric program, and
oh,
yeah, because they wanted to have like pets like in the community, but not like dogs
real
and
pet.
cats, not real pets. And so like the ooh, it kept that it was a male and a female, I guess, and they kept mating.
Yes,
And then the father kept eating the baby.
yes,
And we'd be in clinical rounds going, we have to separate the father from the children.
yes. We noticed that too.
And
They eat their young.
and then like, the person who had these things in their office was saying, oh, he I put them back together again because he was totally depressed.
I need to eat more young. What's happening? So yes, yeah, that's what happened. We had one gerbil. I think at some point my parents were like, "We're just gonna let them go in the woods."
No, that's so bad. That reminds me of seeing like a guinea pig.
Yeah, on the
Wait,
path,
somebody released a guinea pig in
Forest
Forest
Park.
Park, and we're walking out. It's like a pretty desolate path
Yeah.
that surrounds the golf course, and it's a little bit wooded. And we see this piebald kind of coated guinea pig. And I was like, "Holy shit, what's that doing out here?" And we were like, and it scurried off into the woods, so we couldn't find him anymore to like pick him up and like take him to somewhere. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was so yucky.
So,
People are so bad.
well, listen. What else were you gonna do with the gerbils were getting killed by the cat? She was like, "This is I can set up my own
It's like this is
safari."
your best chance at life.
Your
I've been
best.
at the pet store going, please take these. I'm surrendering my gerbils.
I'm running my gerbils. So now our niece,
Give me the paper.
our niece had a guinea pig that lived for 8 years.
Yeah, wow.
Just passed this past week.
That's a long time.
That was like I
Yeah, I remember us having Chris's.
yeah. So I remember burying them in the front yard in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Gotta bury.
Yeah, the one
guineas.
died when he was away, and then the second one died when pretty shortly after he'd come back, and
Yeah.
yeah. So you buried one, and he buried one. I have no idea where. I'm terrified.
Don't worry, they've decomposed a long time ago. This household is like the pet cemetery. When I was a kid, it's like
Yeah, that was the first time I heard of. What do you mean? You're gonna put it in the ground?
yeah.
Because we used to like our dogs would go to the vet. We'd take them to the vet to have cremation done.
No.
You know,
I buried our cat Misty, my childhood cat, when I was 21. So she passed away on a Saturday morning before I had to go to Stearns to work, and I had to go out in the rain and dig a hole and bury her because if I didn't, it wasn't going to get done. You're like, alrighty.
Were you alone?
No, my mother.
Oh.
So I was, I think my sister too.
Oh.
But when I was a kid, if one of the neighbors' cats passed, it was getting buried in our yard.
Neighbors.
Yeah, Mrs. Z.
Mm.
I think we have I think Pepsi's Orbit is buried in the yard.
Oh.
So, which is an interesting thing.
What's up? Their yard is all concrete.
No, her husband wouldn't let her.
Oh.
So she had two cats, Pepsi and Sunny. Oh. We had two cats, Misty and Sunny, and they were all indoor outdoor cats. So our Misty and Sunny were very protective of their yard. But if you were an outside cat, if you showed deference and respect, you were part of the extended family. So Pepsi Zorvich would come over, they'd have fun, they'd hang out.
They'd chill
Sonny Zorvich, even Pepsi would chase his housemate out of the yard. Mm-hmm. Like, you should know better than come over to this yard.
Thinking you're all that they can't think.
You're out of here. You're out of here. So so that's what we were doing today. And I'm sure as the night goes on I'll clean the dirt out of my nails. Oh my gosh. I've been trying to, but it's like, what the heck? And then of course tomorrow I'll get them dirty all over again.
Oh yeah, and then soak them again.
So
yeah.
So quick thing. I'm thinking tomorrow afternoon around 5. I'm gonna do about a 1 hour long AMA. Ask Me Anything. So if you are a member of this channel, whether willingly or randomly, if you're a member, jump in and ask questions of me tomorrow. Anybody can watch. Subscribers will, however, you're going to have to be a member to ask me questions. In the comments, I am giving away 5 free memberships to viewers tomorrow. So we shall have that. And that will make, I don't know how many live streams in how many days, like 6 and 5 days. It's a lot. And then me and Glenn have to schedule the next afternoon live. Rachel's like, I'm married into this. I should know better. But yeah. And
just not Thursday because I have.
You got your appointment.
My orthopedic.
I gotta get my back done. By the way, my back is feeling much better than It did. It was really suffering, and now I almost feel human again.
Good stuff.
So, folks, I think we'll wrap it up. So, on that note, again, live stream tomorrow, late afternoon. Next live stream after that is probably going to be Wednesday. I know the channel does a lot of live streams. We love doing them. I know our audience loves it. There at some point should be a link to the tavern's print on demand shop. It's not for RPG material, it's for adjacent material. You know, drinkware, shirts, all that stuff. We got some Fugly artwork up on that. I got some James Shields art for the continual Swords and Wizardry Continual Light that never got published. So, hey, I think these things will make. Actually, probably bought one of those shirts before in North Texas, so I can enjoy it. So, on that note, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. Thank you so much for spending a night with us.
Yes.
And enjoying our garden with us.
Yes, thank you
It's very
so much.
important. And I'll catch you all later.
Take